We are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show, Highly Unlikely. My name's Drew. I'm here with my boy Raj.
What up, what up?
And welcome to the shit show. Sorry that you guys didn't get a Wednesday episode. I've been feeling real sick the last couple days. So, you'll only get one episode this week, so we're doing a long one. So, deal with it. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
I've had better days, but I'm feeling all right. I was just telling you before this, I was watching some weird shit while I was sick. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, do tell.
So, this got recommended to me by the fighter and the kid, so I can't even put it on myself that I was in some weird rabbit hole.
Okay.
Do you know who Bradley Martin is?
Bradley
Martin? No. If you search him up on Google, jacked, and he's a fitness YouTuber from back in the day, right?
Okay.
And he always just used to do just fitness videos, and he's Mr. Olympia type body, not professional, but he's jacked, right?
Right. You got a man crush on him or something?
Oh, dude. When I was first getting into lifting, I'd watch all of his videos and shit.
Yeah.
Because he'd break down
dick, son.
100%, dude. Small balls, but you know what I'm saying? Good size piece on him. But I'd watch all of his lifting videos because he'd break down how to do all different form techniques, recommend stuff, right?
Right.
And then he started getting into the Jake Paul YouTube side of things, and everyone's oh, Bradley sold out, he's a douche now, this, that, the other. He was on The Fighter and the Kid just out of the blue the other day. And dude, this guy's real legit guy.
What do you mean legit guy?
So I guess Chappelle, who's the co-host now, his dad wasn't in his life because he was in prison, and Bradley Martin's dad, I guess, committed suicide when he was young, 6 years old. So right off the rip, they got into some real deep, actual emotional stuff. I'm yo, Bradley Martin's
bonding.
Yeah, but straight up, right? And I was yo, he's actually a legit dude, not a douchebag. Made my heart really happy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so going gay real quick.
Dude,
Speaking of gay, talk about that show.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, side note. So
really get gay in a second. Go ahead.
They started talking about this a little bit. The show is called My Octopus Teacher. And in
this
the
is
show,
on what?
Netflix.
Okay.
It's a Netflix produced documentary. I swear to God, this man is a marine biologist or something. He gets real depressed after filming some show, and so he starts scuba diving in the ocean.
Costanza. Yeah.
And he falls in love with an octopus. This was the most interesting show I have seen in months.
I don't know about that.
You don't understand.
Oh, I can't say that,
bro.
But
I haven't slept in 3 days because I've been sick throwing up. I watched every single bit of the show at 3 a.m.
What is it, a series or a
It's just a 1.5 hour long documentary
or whatever? Yeah.
But this guy goes to the same octopus every single day for literally 365 days.
Get the fuck
Dude, I swear to God,
here, man.
he dives every single day.
Get the fuck out
Dude,
of here, man.
Dead ass, on God, swear to God, him and this octopus form a relationship. At one point, the octopus literally comes up to him and is sits on his chest and he's petting her and shit.
So at what point did you start beating off, did you say?
I've been jerking off to tentacle porn for as long as I can remember. So this really caught my attention.
I hope you had 105 fever when you were watching this shit, because that's the only
just
excuse.
Sweating, jacking it off, putting in an absolute shift.
You need to seriously watch some other shit, though, real talk.
Real good, not gonna lie, bro. I highly recommend it. Spoiler alert, the octopus dies. But really good show.
Definitely not watching that. Although, I didn't really do much better, to be honest, this weekend. I actually watched something other than sports for once.
Look at you.
And you don't want to know the first thing I watched? Was the fucking Britney Spears documentary.
Jesus Christ, you're really gonna judge me?
Yeah. That's why I said that. That's why I said that.
Britney Spears, bro?
Well, I heard about this conservatorship everywhere, right?
Low key is a fire?
Yo, it was good.
I want to watch that documentary.
Real talk, I fucking feel sorry for it, bro.
Really?
If you want to watch it, you can watch it, then we'll talk about it. I already took notes.
Just break it down.
Also watch part 1 of the Tiger Dog, too.
I need to do that. Is she? Because there's
Britney dog.
Fuck, all this conspiracies about free Britney and all this shit. Her dad.
No, that's not a conspiracy. Her dad's low key fucking creep, bro.
Really?
So hang on, sorry, I'm just trying to find my notes here.
Yeah, it's all good. I got a bunch of shit to talk about because I got 2 shows worth of notes too. So y'all fuckers are in for a long ride.
Where the fuck is this here?
Because she had her breakdown in 2004, was it 5, something like that? And she's been cooped up ever since, right?
Yeah, I guess she's been under this conservatorship since 2008. So for those who don't know, this is usually applied to the elderly or the incapacitated, and it grants full control of your finances, personal life, to a court-appointed third party.
So someone has like a mental disability, like don't have their wits about them anymore, that type of shit.
Yeah, you can take over and basically make all their decisions, right?
Okay.
So, controlled by her dad, who before this point wasn't in her life really. He fucking snaked in as she had a breakdown. We all remember her with the umbrella, shaved head, smashing the paparazzi's car.
Yep.
But here's the fucking thing, like, one picture of her back in the day, $1 million it went for. Like, this is why when she stepped out of a car, there was like fucking 60 photographers.
Oh, it's
wild. So crazy, bro.
Wasn't there?
And like that kind of fame, yo, I totally understand why she had a breakdown. Like, that's not normal, and like nobody can understand that. You know, there's maybe like at her peak, I'm talking. There's probably like 10 or 15 people that in the world that knows what she was going through.
Dude, she couldn't like
crazy, bro.
look out her window.
No, man. It was just
she
like
couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything. It was
so
fucked.
like yeah, okay. Like I said, I felt super bad for her. And it's like it's fucked up. So like it opens up. It's like shows like her really young and like her rising to like teen pop sensation, right?
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Was her dad in the picture when she was famous?
Snaked in after she got the breakdown.
But like when she was at the top before the breakdown, was he in her?
No, there was not really any mention. A lot of the mom and the siblings, but not of the father.
So counter argument: is he a good guy for not being involved? Then when she really breaks down and needs him, he swoops in.
It does not come across like that at all. Yeah, he doesn't come across that way at all.
So what do you do?
So I just want to back this up here for a second. When I said that it shows her like becoming a teen star, right?
Yeah.
So she was on the show called Star Search. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's really popular when I was growing up.
In the 1920s.
And she was 10 years old at this time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ed McMahon. Do you know who Ed McMahon is?
Nope.
Really old dude, right? Okay, so he low key, like he's like, no, like I'm gonna tell you though, she's 10, he's like 80.
Is he like a celebrity?
And he's like,
what is
ask her. Yeah, he's like he was. You know, I don't even know if you know Johnny Carson. He was on like a late night talk show. Yeah. He was like the guy beside Johnny Carson.
Okay.
Been around on TV forever. He's like does a sweepstakes bullshit. Like, you know, obviously he's like not popular anymore. But anyways, he asked her like, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend?" And it's just like, how the fuck is an old man asking a 10-year-old this question? First of all, on like TV.
How old was he?
Bro, like grandpa old.
Yeah, but he's like what, World War I veteran. Like he'd been around the block. You know what I'm saying?
Rolling Stones interview. Okay. They had her on the cover of Rolling Stones. Whatever. I think it was like jean shorts, whatever, right? Again, young. And the interviewer's like, so everyone's talking about it. And she's like, what do you mean talking about what? She asked the interview. And the guy's like, well, your breasts. And it's like, yo, this is like a little girl here, bro. You know
Back
what I'm
in
saying?
like the 90s and shit, they did some foul stuff.
Pretty crazy.
Look at like R. Kelly's whole thing. Like people got away with that shit on live
so
television.
many people are making money off of them. They didn't want that train to stop. Of
course
right?
Not.
You know? So back when I was saying like $1 million for a photo, there's one paparazzi guy, Daniel Ramos, in here. So they ask him, do you think you guys being around her all the time affected her? And he's like, nah, I don't really think so. I don't really believe, because you're around her for so many years. She didn't really give a clue to us or any information or said to us, hey, leave me the F alone. And the interview's like, well, what about the time she actually said, leave me alone? Because she did, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I had no answer. She was hospitalized twice in 2008, right?
Yeah.
And this is when the dad comes in, snakes in there, becomes conservator of her estate.
Why wasn't her mom become conservator if she'd been around the picture the whole time?
They didn't get into that part. Not sure. But it seemed like as time went by, she wasn't close to both the parents. She kind of like isolated herself later on.
Okay.
She had like a couple questionable boyfriends. at the time. Like, I don't know. I guess at that point, you're never going to know if you're, like, being used, you know? If you're, like, is this guy with me because of me, or is he trying to, like, further himself? And some of these guys kind of seem like they wanted to be the star, let's say.
For
right?
sure.
You know what
And not even that. Like, when you're thrust into that, when you're 12 years old, like, you're, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not well adjusted. Like, your sense of what's normal in the world is so far off what is actually normal. Like, your sense of everything just must be fucked.
So it alluded in this doc too that I guess it was floated by her that she had to agree to the conservatorship because they wouldn't let her see her kids if she didn't agree to this.
Jesus.
Right? So she's like, well, fuck, in order to see my kids,
yeah, you do what you gotta do, right?
You know what I mean? So remember, this is about 2008, right? We are 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Still locked down by this conservatorship. This is the fucked up part, right? We'll get to this, but
Free Britney.
well, okay. So she's 39 now, I believe, right?
Yeah.
She had a Vegas residency in 2013, made shit ton of money.
Ungodly amounts of
right?
money.
So you're saying that she's not okay to take care of herself, but she's okay to make millions of dollars. Her dad gets paid too, by the way.
Of course he does.
So you're not okay to take care of yourself, but you're okay enough to make your dad money, and she has to pay lawyers, both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Lawyers are getting paid, but it's like so fucked up, man. Like, she's a 40-year-old woman now. Like, there's no way. And she even's like, yo, she went to court again, I said in the doc just recently.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, let's put a third-party bank as a conservator. Keep my family out of this. I want somebody completely independent.
Yeah.
Not my dad. And they gave her, like, a partial victory that, like, they'll let the bank come on, but the dad's still there, too. So she still didn't win.
Yeah.
Probably, like, another set of lawyers she has to pay for now.
Probably.
But, like, how she's getting roles from this, it's, like, super fucked up, man. And, like, these agreements are so ironclad, too. Like, I don't know. It's fucking foul, bro. It's, like, from a lot of different ways. From, like,
so what's
the family
reasoning?
way, the lawyer way. Like,
I know she had
everyone's
the breakdown.
using her for dope.
Yeah, I know in 2008 she had the breakdown, but wouldn't you have to go through, like, mental testing? Like, you'd think every 5 years, or even, like, less than that, every year they do, like, a mental checkup, and if she passes it, she's out of the conservatory.
Obviously not.
So is it like once you're in that bitch, you're like in that bitch for life?
I know that shit's ironclad. Like I said, that shit's like so hard to get out of. So I don't know what she's gonna do.
But how did that? That seems like that's so fucked up because that never gives her the opportunity, like, to recover and get out of it. Where
This is what the
you're just in
outrage
it
is
for the rest of your
the
life.
whole
right?
Free Britney movement is about.
Didn't she also, like, post some weird social media videos though, where she's, like, doing this weird dancing around and, like, I know she's not all. At least, I guess.
Well, she's not making the argument that she even wants to be out of it. She just wants a third party into. She's not even, like, saying I want out of it. She's like, let's put somebody else in control. She's willing to stay in it, which
she
is
knows
like, wow.
she's not all there.
But like I said earlier, is she allowed to see her kids if she's not in it? It's fucked, bro.
Yeah, that's fucked.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. And like I said, I walked away feeling like I would never think I would feel fucking sorry for somebody like this. Like, I didn't really follow her, obviously, when she was, like, popular, but it's just like, you know. Definitely feel for her, man. Like, I see why people are like, and it's kind of like cool that you got, like, fans riding for you like that. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to start a movement here, man. Free Britney.
I don't know if I am, but yeah, it
sounds like you are, bro. You're pretty.
Well, Netflix
right
is
here.
jumping on the money train. They're making a doc now too, because they're like, oh fuck, everyone watch this. Obviously, a lot of people watch this.
Yeah.
I fucking watch it.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, I don't even watch anything.
So
else.
I want you to walk me through your decision-making process in terms of what you wanted to watch and how did you settle on Britney Spears?
Because I was watching a ball game on the computer,
Yeah.
and my girl was watching the doc on the TV,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo,
Okay.
I want to check this out, so stop it. So after the ball game, I fucking watched it.
Okay.
It's all over, right? I wanted to see what everyone was talking about. I wanted to, like,
for
kind
sure.
of know, right? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it was worth the watch. I think it's like can't remember how long it is. Not that long, but whatever. It's like I didn't mind it, man. It's, you know.
There's fuck, I forget who it is. There was a Hulu doc that just came out on fuck, I forget who it was that I really wanted to watch. And now Netflix is coming out with fuck. They talked about it on Flagrant, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, is it the comedian Patrice O'Neal? No,
that one I want to watch too. But there's another one. Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't even know if that was on Hulu. I know Bill Burr did that one.
Okay. Speaking of old shit, that's
Don't talk about me.
I guess a little fucked up.
I said don't talk about me,
buddy. It is what it is. I mean, I have the same issue with you that people are having with this. You hear that Dr. Seuss has now been labeled a racist?
Yeah. I was saying to Filthy the other day. It's like we had pancakes the other day.
Yeah.
And I had Aunt Jemima sitting beside my bitch, my pancakes. Like,
of course.
That's who I want.
That's my girl. That's my ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
It's now called Pearl Mills or something. Like, I don't want Pearl Mills. Fuck your Pearl Mills.
Who else got banned? Somebody else.
Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Ben's.
And another one too. Schultz even said this is actually smart. Mr. Potato Head is not Potato Head because it's gender bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's a good way of the company to make more money.
For sure it is, bro.
It's just a new avenue. It's a dying toy anyways. It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So
same with this whole Dr. Seuss thing,
revive this shit up, make some money. And if you don't, you don't. You weren't making money anyways.
Exactly. And same with this Dr. Seuss thing. Like, I have the list of books that are being...
You have these books?
No longer pushed. I do. I grew up on these things.
We should put them on set.
Me and my Proud Boys. You know what I'm saying? We read these things front to back.
We should put them on the fucking set, bro. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
You say we should keep them on the set?
Okay. So what's racist about these books?
So
this is what I don't get.
Apparently, there's some depictions. Like, hey, you can't tell me that this ain't a little bit foul. It's a little tough, bro. Wow. It's a little tough.
And no, I don't know if this was like the daughter came out and said there's not a racist bone. I don't know if it was a daughter or the granddaughter. I don't know how old this dude is, but
yeah,
someone was saying there's not a racist bone in that guy's body.
Apparently, but
then he showed me this picture, and I'm like, yo, drawing, how am I gonna defend that? Like,
he literally draws black people like they're monkeys, like not even like a joke, like legit.
Obviously, Filthy was super choked.
100%.
But
the list
makes no qualms,
right? But the thing is, I went through this. Apart from
that picture,
there was 2 books that I read as a kid. There was Miguel Elliott's Pool and If I Ran the Zoo, which are the 2 that are getting banned. But there's 4 other ones.
Yeah.
And these ones are like spin-offs, like Scrambled Eggs Super or The Cat's Quizzer, not like the actual classic.
All of this means nothing to me, bro.
So like, there's a classic slew of like Dr. Seuss books that like every kid knows, like The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham.
Yeah. Talk to me.
None of the classics have been touched. So really, this is just like, I don't want to say it's good publicity, but it's like, yo, we're getting rid of these. We don't.
Maybe the other books sell more now.
Exactly, same thing, bro. People are gonna be back on the Dr. Seuss train. Also,
maybe all the just Republican nostalgia,
dude.
Like
Republican sales, dude. Republican sales of Dr. Seuss books.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, Ted Cruz just bought all the copies today.
100%.
Yeah. Did you see his tweet about this shit?
No.
Joe Biden's trying to cancel Dr. Seuss. I think that was something along those lines. Paraphrasing.
Shut up, dude.
And it's just like,
shut up. He probably tweeted it from Cancun. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, he opened the CPAC conference like that. It's in Orlando, right? He's like, oh, Orlando's nice, but Cancun's better.
No shit, right?
Fucking guy. What do you want to talk about, Doug? Oh yeah, Tiger Dog. Watch that shit.
Yes, that's next on my list. I've been watching this show Kingdom, which is really fucking dope.
Oh god, it's not another game shit with your octopus, is it?
No, this shit. It's about an MMA fighter who like lives in the ghetto and he's like coming up through the slums.
Living in the ghetto.
And the cool thing about it though,
where's this guy from?
I think it's either, I think it's LA. It's either LA or it's Miami. I forget. But the cool thing about the show is like the guys he fights in the show that are like fighters, like his first MMA fight that you see in the show, he's fighting Cub Swanson. Like Cub Swanson's the other MMA guy. Dan Miragliotta, who's like long dreaded, not long, long braided beards. Referee.
Is that Miragliotta? I can't remember. But I know the braided,
the fucking
beard
Viking
guy.
Looking
Yeah.
He refs in every single fight in the show. So like, there's a bunch of UFC people in the show, and it's sick. It's such a fucking good show.
So, it's following this fighter, fighter.
This one guy, and his like come up and shit. It's fucking so good, dude. So, I've been watching that shit, but I need to watch the.
So, is Buddy any good then, or what?
No, it's not like a documentary. It's like fiction.
Oh shit.
It's not.
Okay,
it's
okay.
not.
My bad.
It's not like a real show, right? One of Callan's boys too. I forget his name. He's like one of the main stars on it. He's jacked, like fucking jacked. I forget his name.
He goes to that jiu-jitsu in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Callan's a black belt. You know what I'm saying? He's got that Hollywood black belt.
Oh, did you see that shit today in Beverly Hills?
No.
Woman got shot. They tried to steal Buddy's 500,000 Richard Mille watch, and bitch got shot right outside a certain super famous restaurant. They were walking out.
Wait, so a girl tried to steal it?
No, like it was a guy and his wife, and I think the wife got capped. Like they were trying to steal the guy's
shit.
500K watt, Richard Milley, and they ended up shooting the bitch or something. I think they got the watch though, so nice one. But, no, pretty shitty, but yeah, man, those watches are pretty sick though.
They are fucking sick.
Yeah.
There's the one I like the most is the Bubba Watson all white ceramic one. Fucking nasty.
I think I like that. What is it? RM32, I think it is.
I'd have to see it. But speaking of fights, upcoming card this weekend, which I am fucking pumped for, bro.
I told Philly to watch it.
Oh, best
everyone.
card.
This is like for even like the people that don't watch fights. This is the one to watch,
dude.
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya is the biggest star in the UFC now that Connor's like on a bit of a losing skid. Izzy's like the UFC right now. He's fucking so sick.
I don't think Izzy brings in the money like
not yet.
Does.
But dude, he goes up and he beats Jan, then he fights John Jones. He's right there. Not saying that's gonna happen, but
I got Izzy by decision.
I got Izzy in this fight too. But I want to go through the whole card because there's like a shit ton of fucking good fights on this card, like a shit ton. The prelims have Joey Benavidez fighting on it. They also have Dominic Cruz fighting on the fucking prelims, bro. Like this
like
card,
Dominic Cruz fighting for his life.
He is, unfortunately.
I don't know who the guy he's fighting though.
Casey Kennedy. He's I think not Schaub has talked about him. I've heard some people talk about him. Maybe it was Schaub. It had to be Schaub. Why can't I fucking click on this? I want to see his record. But he's like a up and coming talent.
Yeah, I don't know much about that
good.
guy. I can't front. So yeah.
I always forget whether he's. No, okay.
So what is Cruz gonna win though, or what?
I think Cruz is the betting favorite, but I know this Casey Kennedy guy is actually like legit. So
how old is Cruz now? Do you know?
He's getting there, dude. He's got to be getting there. Like I think probably late 30s. Not late, but maybe late 30s. The UFC website is so terrible to navigate. Holy shit. You can't like Cruz. Let's look it up.
I seen that.
He's 35. So yeah, he's getting up there.
They want to go to Texas because that bitch opened right up. Mm-hmm. Dana's trying to get. I don't think they needed Dallas, but I think they want to get into Houston right away.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, anyways, go on.
Another sick fight on the prelims. Kai Kara France is fighting Rodrigo.
I know that Kara France.
This is a weird way. It's not Rodrigo. It's different. Okay. Anyway, fighting this dude, and Kai Kara France is super fucking legit, and this other guy's super legit too. So that'll be a really fun fight. But there's 3 like legit fights on the prelims, which are sick.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do well with the card, but do we know what the last Connor card did? Do you remember?
It did over $1 million.
Yeah, it did. It did pretty good. Like, I think maybe 1.2.
Pay-per-view.
So what do you think this one will do? You think this does $1 million? I don't think so. 3 belts? I gotta think it does. No?
I don't know, dude. $1 million's fucking big.
If it doesn't do $1 million, I think that's a problem.
It'll get close to $1 million for sure, but I don't know if it'll do $1 million because there's not that much crossover. Like, apart from Israel Adesanya, you can make an argument that the casual fan doesn't know one fighter on the main card apart from Izzy.
Like Tyson's pretty huge, man.
Yeah, but she knocks out every man that's put in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to go through the card top to bottom?
Yeah,
bottom top. So first fight on the main card: Thiago Santos versus Alexander Ratchik. Super interesting fight.
I think this is gonna be a fucking war.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I'm really fucking excited. I actually don't know who's gonna win this fight, like at all. Thiago Santos obviously went toe-to-toe with John Jones. Really close fight. Some people thought he won the fight. Slow down. Either way, really close fight. He's a top talent in that division. So I really don't know who wins this fight.
I'm going Santos.
So just to give you a round of Rakic, he beat Anthony Smith in his last fight. He also beat Volkan Ozdemir before that. No. Oh, shit. He lost to Volkan Ozdemir. Really? Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I got to go Thiago Santos then. I thought he won his last 4. Never mind.
The same Anthony Smith that lost to the burglar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not saying law. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even finish him and went to a decision. So, tough go. Next fight after that is Islam Makhachev versus Drew Dober. Another super sick fight.
I know Dober. I don't know the other dude, bro.
So, Islam Makhachev is a really close childhood friend of Khabib. Like, these guys came up together, trained at AKA together. Rocks like the furry cap or whatever, Dagestani shit.
Nice.
And the stories, though, are that in the gym, Islam would do work against Khabib. And not like people just saying that, like legit people like DC and the guys from AKA are like, yo, no, this guy wins rounds against Khabib, like does work.
Okay.
And so far out of all of his fights, we haven't really seen any of that crazy groundwork. He's been beating people stand up, which is actually even more scary if he's capable of doing that and is cracking dudes on the feet. Everyone at AKA says this guy's going to be the next champ, so I expect him to run through Drew Dober, unfortunately. But Drew Dober has a fucking chin on him, man. And not like I'm saying he can take a punch. Like, look at this man's chin. He's fucking on the left.
Russians or...
No, Drew Dober on the left. This dude has a fucking chin on him, bro.
I always like Russians, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, fuck, I don't know much about Buddy, so whatever. But I'll take the Russian, though.
Yeah, he's supposed to whoop ass. I don't think it's supposed to be close if you're looking at the betting line, too. Fight after that is Petr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. And I am really curious what you think.
I got Petr.
Yeah, dude, okay.
It's striking versus grappling,
dude.
Almost, you know? So it should be... Is Petr going to be good enough on his feet? Okay. So this was supposed to happen in December, too,
Y'all
right?
are off on this shit, because I know a bunch of people were taking Petr, and I don't think it's even close, bro.
So Jan's 7-0 inside the octagon.
Yep.
We all remember his 5th-round stoppage over Aldo.
Yep.
Sterling beat Sandhagen back in June. And like I said, it's going to be Jan's punches against Sterling's grappling. Who's going to impose their will more? And yeah, I got Petr.
I think Aljo...
Don't fucking let me down, son.
Dude, I think Aljo gets a hold of him and strangles his ass, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so, man.
So, like, looking at their last...
It's going to be pretty dope.
Their last fights, I think it'll be a super good fight. The only person, in my opinion, that Petr's beat that's really an actual, like, big name was Jose Aldo, which, if you watch that fight, was a really competitive fight going into the 4th round. Then Petr kind of ran away with it in the last 2. But super good fight. Apart from that, he beat Uriah Faber, who is ancient. He beat Jimmy Rivera via decision. He beat John Dodson, who is getting old, via decision. And then a bunch of no-names. So, like, for me, Petr Yan doesn't have, like, a good track record. He's one of those guys that, like, just through circumstance, not any fault of his own, he just ran through an easy crop of guys to get to the title.
Well, you can only fight who you're
asked exactly, to fight, 100%. Right? It's not his fault.
And he's beat them all, too, right?
Yeah.
So,
but what I'm saying is, like, none of his wins have been convincing to me.
You're going to see how tough this kid is. I think he's going to have an outstanding performance, I think.
So, Aljamain Sterling has beaten Corey Sandhagen. He beat Pedro Munoz. He beat Jimmy Rivera. And he beat Cody Stamann. After that, it starts to fall off. But those last 3 guys are all super fucking legit guys. So, I think Aljo's going to fucking grab him and Funkmaster his ass, bro.
Yeah, that should be all right. We'll see what happens.
I'm thinking, like, legit. I don't want to say that early. The thing about Petr is his boxing is so clean. So, like...
Yeah, it's fucking mint.
In the same way that Derek Lewis fight with... who did he just knock the shit out of? Curtis Blades went. Where he knew exactly what Curtis Blades' game plan was and just waited for the uppercut. Petr's going to have a little bit of the same thing going on. Where he can kind of just sit back and know that Aljo's going to try and shoot at some point.
I think his takedown defense is going to be good enough. And I think he puts a hurting over Sterling over time.
Yeah. Nah.
Oh, it's going to be
Funkmaster's got that shit. He's going to Imanari roll, get him in a leg lock, and it's over, bro.
We'll see. Hey, do you know what the odds are for that one? I don't.
It's even money. They're both minus 110. Like,
okay.
Dead even money. And when I looked at this 2 days ago, because Noah and I have $20 on it, Aljo was the underdog. But it was only like a plus 100 underdog.
I know Nunes is a fucking minus 1100.
Dude, she's at minus 1250 right now.
1250, fuck.
Holy
yeah, when I did
shit.
this, it was 1100.
Dude, so next fight on the card, Amanda Nunes, Megan Anderson. If you're Amanda Nunes, like, I don't want to say retire, but like, there's nothing left for you to do. Like, obviously you're getting paid and fucking you love what you're doing. You're knocking bitches out. But
Fuck
like,
yeah, I'd keep collecting that money, son.
There's fucking absolutely nothing going on here anymore. And it sucks to say because, like, I was watching some Megan Anderson highlights, and, dude, she's nasty. She's long, nasty. Like, she can fucking fight. And she's a plus 750 underdog.
I will say this, though. At these odds, I would love to put money down on Megan just because. Mm-hmm. The odds are just so crazy that it's like, you know what? I'm okay putting like 200 away, just whatever, just because like
Yeah.
that's the only thing I like about these kind of odds. It's just like, yeah, of course she's gonna lose, but yo,
You gotta have some fun with it at least.
Yeah, why not, right? Like whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, I think Nunes is gonna fucking destroy her like she does everybody else.
It's crazy to look at these stats.
And what is it gonna be if it does 12 in a row? If she beats her, I think
Something like that.
Something like that.
Looking at these stats, it's crazy because if you just look at the raw like fighter stats, Megan Anderson is 6 foot, Amanda's 5'8". Megan has a 3-inch reach advantage at 72 versus 69 inches, and she has a 2-inch leg reach advantage. And you look at the two standing beside each other, you're like, oh, no, she's gonna get her ass clapped. Like this girl's tattied up, this that. She's gonna get the shit out of her. No, you're a minus 1250 favorite.
I saw the Cyborg highlights a little while ago.
It's scary. You forget.
Good luck, Megan.
Yeah, you fucking forget because like. Ugh.
So Adesanya Blachowicz, who do you got?
I got Izzy.
Yeah, same.
So I think this is gonna be. So the thing with Izzy and why a lot of people are not a lot of people, but people this is a lot closer odds wise than a lot of people think it should be is because Jan has so much power. In the same sense that like, I attribute this to Max Holloway. In the sense how Max Holloway can't put guys away because he doesn't have the power to do it. I think this is going to be a fight in the same sense where Izzy doesn't have the power to drop Jan, but he's so much better on the feet that he's just going to pick him apart for 3-4 rounds until he's done.
So we all know Izzy's been on a tear. He's been in the UFC for 3 years, and he's been 9-0 with 4 knockouts.
So wild.
Trio title defenses and victories over Silva, Gastelum, Whitaker, Romero, and Costa.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. See what pound for pound, great. We're talking here. Now you got to ask, how's the extra weight going to affect him? Blachowicz obviously is going to hit harder.
Mm-hmm. Way harder, dude.
But he's going up 20 pounds more. But he said like he wasn't worried about this. He didn't put on extra muscle because he didn't want to get slowed down. He said he wants to keep the speed advantage, and the weight cut's going to be a lot smaller for him. So it's almost like it ain't going to be bad. Yeah, in that respect for him.
He said in an interview that he's going to come in at 195, which means that he's cutting 0 weight.
So yeah, that's awesome. Like I think cumulative shots is just it's gonna be like a TKO and fifth. I said decision, but like I could see Blachowicz just being so tired and being so tired and cumulative shots, he just goes down.
Yep.
So but I got decision. See what happens. I think
the thing with Jan is that like he's not a super technically proficient striker. Like he's just one of those guys that's well-rounded and has enough power to drop anybody. So the light heavyweight division isn't that great in terms of talent. Like he was.
But he's used to being an underdog. That's all he does is fucking. For sure. So this is right up his alley. Blachowicz is like, I've always been doubted, and like we said before, he almost got cut. So this is like perfect for him. He's like he's used to this,
100%. But he's just one of those guys, like I said, who doesn't. There's such a gap, skill wise, between striking and between Jan striking and Israel striking, in the same sense that like when Khabib gets a guy on the ground, he's 5 million miles ahead of him. It's going to be the same thing on the feet.
Did you watch any of like the
pre-fight stuff?
Yeah, any of the press conferences or weigh-ins and shit? You watched that shit?
Yeah, it was pretty respectful.
How did he look?
Is he?
Yeah, both. How did Blachowicz look?
Good.
Yeah.
This was this obviously not the weigh-in yet. It was just like the.
Oh yeah, I guess that's tomorrow.
Presser.
Sorry,
that's
just
tomorrow.
Press conference. Sorry,
exactly.
my bad. Yeah.
But Izzy looked good. He looked a little more full, obviously, than he usually is because he has to cut weight down to 185. I'm just interested to see what Jan's got in terms of wrestling, because like Izzy's never had to deal with anyone's wrestling. He always had really good takedown defense, but now he clearly has a weight disadvantage. And like coming from someone, I'm not saying like I'm good, but like I'm a small guy, and so I deal with guys who are bigger than me. And when someone has 30 pounds on you, it's fucking hard to deal with, man.
For sure.
Like fucking hard to deal with.
But he's so smart and so quick. Like he's gonna make Jan chase him, and that's just gonna tire him out too. Like, yeah, it's gonna be. I think he puts on a good show, and like Jan's got nothing to sneeze at. Like you you overachieved. Let's be real. You should be fucking super stoked with how you've done. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be a great card, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I expect Izzy to win. After just like talking in the future, if he wins, what do you want to see from Izzy next?
John Jones.
See, I don't think.
And I see Dana putting it together just because of the money aspect. I think people will tune in for that fight, dude.
I think if Izzy was gonna make a run at John Jones,
Black Lives Matter, son.
It's some black on black crime. He's got to like legit work out and put on muscle for like a solid year and a half. John is so much.
So who does he fight then?
This is the thing. Izzy's already said that if he beats Jan, he's not going up. He's gonna go back down to 185 and defend the belt. Because I'd like to see Izzy versus Dominic Reyes. I think would be a sick fight at 205. That's the only fight I really want to see, to be honest with you, at 205 with him. But I think that'd be fun. I guess there's nobody at 185 either, though, is there?
No, I'm looking like...
You got the ratings right
Paulo Costa, Cannonier, Whitaker, Till, Hermanson, Brunson, and we're getting low here.
Yeah, there's no one on that list I want to
see. So it's
again.
like, you know what I mean? Like, UFC is all about the money. So let's make the money fight, boys. I don't see any fight right now bigger than that one dollar-wise for UFC.
I agree. I don't think it happens because John has already been promised the winner of Francis Stipe, which is a huge fucking fight. And that's not going to happen until December, realistically, because Stipe, Francis are coming up.
You want to talk about the Stipe Francis fight?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. So, like, if John and Izzy were to fight, that means they wouldn't be fighting till about a year from now. So, if Izzy just fucking put on weight for a full year, if you're going to do it, that's the way you do it.
Medical suspension, 6 months, right, from now?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, what is that from now?
No, but I'm saying the Stipe Ngannou fight's coming up.
Yeah.
Which means that if John who gets the winner of that, which is in December for sure will be, because it takes about 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then 6 months from that will be next May. So if Izzy wins this fight, he has like a year and a couple months to bulk up, which is fucking doable. Now that I'm like thinking about it, fucking do it.
It's happening, man.
Yeah, if Izzy wins this, I 100% could see it.
So, Miocic Ngannou, second time going at it. First time January 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And Miocic did really well, obviously.
Oh, he beat the piss out of him.
Better than me right now smoking this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least Stipe can take a hit. You can barely fucking take one at all.
Fuck, Stipe can't take these hits, son.
Yo, dude.
I put that fucker under the table.
Francis, like, he lost the fight, but he took years off that man's life.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, you're like
CTE'd out. Oh, shit. Sorry, dude. Getting real comfy in this bitch.
Loaf deeper.
Yeah, my bad,
there
dude. Sorry. So, obviously, Ngannou, most feared knockout artist in MMA.
Dude,
winning 4 straight, right?
Scary, bro.
So, those 4 straight, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, Curtis Blaze, and Rosenstruck combined 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
That's so fucking wild, bro.
Like, but like, Miocic, like I said earlier, he did good. Ngannou's lack of ground defense from the first fight, cardio, obviously,
was huge.
You know, was the difference maker. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the big question going in. What does he change coming in Ngannou, right?
Yep.
And obviously, Miocic, can you avoid the bombs again? It's going to be a lot of head movement, bro. You know what I mean? So Miocic's game plan, you obviously got to take him deep waters. We're going 5 rounds. That's the game plan.
Yep.
You chase me, just like Blachowicz Izzy. Yep. Like you got to chase me. I'm putting you on a fucking treadmill.
Stipe is good when on his feet. Like, the thing about Stipe is he's a complete fighter. Ground game solid, stand up solid. He's a good fucking dirty boxer. The thing is, though, I don't trust his old ass chin.
That's what I'm saying.
I love Stipe.
Old now, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't think you could take bombs the way you did in the first fight. I think because Francis is gonna land. He's going to land. He's gonna drop him.
Francis is the face of UFC. Like this is what he's been geared for. This is just like the crowning achievement.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's destined to happen.
Yeah.
Like, sorry Stipe, but it's all geared for this one moment for Francis. Yeah. It's like you get the belt. You're like the most feared knockout guy. You're gonna be probably the face going forward for now. I think Izzy too, but
smacks your ass.
It just seems like it's so geared towards that and it's destined
so
for that. You know what I'm saying?
I think because like obviously Stipe was the underdog in their first fight, which was 2 years ago, and things haven't gotten better in terms of like we've all seen how Stipe. I love Stipe. Stipe's a great fucking human being, but he's taken like legitimate trauma, and I don't think
CTE'd out. I think, dog,
straight up, right? Like I don't think he can handle the shots, and like I said, he's gonna take them. So you're right.
That's cool. Go fight those fires, dog. You're a good man.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
He's just running the wrong way.
yeah. Like, don't worry. We just let him run in the parking lot with the hose. All the rest of the dudes are like putting out the fire. He's like running in circles. Can't even get his boots on.
Oh, Jesus.
But okay, well, let's. What about the Volkanovski fight and the Ortega fight coming up 260, right?
Yeah, dude. There's
if we're gonna talk about
there's so much good stuff.
What do you think? I think Volkanovski. I don't think it's gonna be hard for Volkanovski, to be honest.
I want to say that T City wins because I love Brian. He's fucking dope. His story's dope.
Looked good against Chan Sung Jung.
He did, man. But like Volkanovski, like Brian,
I'll give him that for sure.
He did.
Yeah.
Brian gets hit. He's proven like over and over again he gets hit. So unless he finally goes to his jiu-jitsu, which blows my mind because he is one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world, if not in the UFC. I shouldn't say in the world. In terms of MMA fighters, he's one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in MMA, period. He's fucking unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. And he never fucking uses it. Never, ever uses his jiu-jitsu unless someone takes him down and he catches someone.
Right.
So if he actually uses his jiu-jitsu, and his coaches are always screaming at the top of their fucking lungs, take him down, Brian. But Brian just like,
never does,
bro.
Yeah.
So if he comes forward like that, I think he's gonna get his ass whooped, man.
Well, I will give him credit that he looked way better on his feet his last fight against Jung. To give him credit.
Yep.
Before I rip him apart, but no, he did look way better. But Volkanovski, 19 fight winning streak. I think he's just a level above Ortega, if not 2 levels, to be honest, man. Dude, I think you're going to see it.
He went toe-to-toe with Max Holloway, and Max Holloway beat the living shit out of Brian Ortega.
Levels, son. Levels. I may look real stupid saying that come our next podcast, but I think it's, or after 260, but I think it's not going to be hard for Volkanovski to win this one, dog.
I think so, too. Unless Henry Gracie finally gets through to him and he actually takes him to the ground, I think he's getting his ass whooped. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, I want to talk about something real quick.
Yeah.
It fucking pisses me off that you're not you're not up to snuff on like competitive jiu-jitsu.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Do you know who Gordon Ryan is?
No. As like I said, get the fuck out of here. No, I don't.
Okay, so Gordon Ryan is like, I don't want to say the king, but that's like his nickname. He's like the king of jiu-jitsu, competitive no-gi jiu-jitsu specifically. The thing about him though is jiu-jitsu traditionally is very like you respect your opponent, there's tradition. Gordon Ryan is like, nah, fuck this shit. He calls people out on Twitter, on Instagram, I fucked your bitch, like all this stuff. Like,
where is this guy from?
Clown shit. He's from America.
Okay.
But dude,
I kind of do that when he said that.
He is the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in the world, and it's not close. So there was everyone literally dodges him for fights. And so it's hilarious because he posts DMs. If you go through his Instagram, half of his Instagram is him DMing other top jiu-jitsu guys saying, yo, bro, I will put up $50K of my own money.
Oh, shit.
As a purse. If you beat me, you can take $50K, and guys dodge him. And these are the best guys in the world, and no one will take a fight.
There's no money in that, though, right?
No, not at all.
So why isn't this guy girl pair and come to the UFC?
Pardon?
Why isn't he fucking?
He straight up said he's like,
or another MMA.
He's thought about it. So one of his training partners, Gary Tonin, who used to be the guy in jiu-jitsu, has transitioned over to MMA. I think he's 4 or 5-0 in one championship. Looks really fucking good. But Gordon has said, like, from the rip, he's like, I could do MMA. He's like, but I want to be the best of all time, period, in jiu-jitsu. That's my goal. I want to be the best, undisputed ever.
That's cool.
See, you say pussy, but then look at this. So Andre Galvillo is one of
the gardener.
He's really, really good jiu-jitsu guy, like arguably one of the best in the world. And so him and Gordon have been going like back and forth on Twitter like forever, right? Andre's dodged him in fights, all this shit. So they were at an event for Flow Grappling, and Andre comes up. You got me fried again. Andre Galvillo comes up to Gordon Ryan like pre-interview, and starts talking shit, and like this is what happens. Just watch this shit. bitch slaps the shit out of him.
He didn't even do nothing, either.
Dude, and he comes back again and smokes him again.
So why don't these pussies just fight them?
Dude, the funniest thing about it is right after that, Gordon did like an interview. And Andre Govio comes back up with his whole posse. And like starts coming at him during mid-interview. And he's like, dude, I smacked you in your mouth and walk the fuck away, bro. Get out of my face.
Here's the thing. Buddy has to put up his own money because no one else will put up the money for them to fight. That's kind of shitty. Because I was like, yo, why didn't they just make this and get money for both of them? But I'm like, oh, because they can't.
Yeah, because no one will take the fight. Everyone's scared of him.
What's that? Triller? Go over to Triller.
Yeah, no shit. But low key,
yo, Triller just landed Teofimo Lopez's next fight.
But also, who watching that?
Oh, everyone would be watching Teofimo Lopez.
You and me, but no one else. You got anything else you want to say about fighting?
No, that's all UFC. That's pretty much
one thing. Sorry, because I just realized. Check my notes.
Oh, actually, yeah, I got something.
You see Paulo Costa's dumbass making excuses for his fight with Izzy?
Yeah,
real clown shit.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? What was the excuse again? It was something.
Dude, he's sounding like
hungover.
He's sounding like Deontay Wilder, bro. He's like,
yeah, exactly.
He's like, I couldn't sleep, so I had a couple glasses of wine. He's like, then I couldn't sleep more, so I drank an entire bottle. I was hungover. I wasn't in good shape for the fight. Dude, shut your ass.
Who drinks a bottle of wine before the fucking one of the biggest fights of their life? Get the fuck out of here.
Clown shit.
Bellator.
Yep.
They're launching the light heavyweight Grand Prix in April.
Yep.
So quarterfinals kick off April 9th at Bellator 256 and continue April 16th at Bellator 257.
Who's in it?
So, fuck, it's pretty good, bro. Some of these guys I don't know and can't pronounce, so it should be fun. But Ryan Bader will face Lyoto Machida.
Ooh.
Corey Anderson will face Dovlistan Yagish Muradov. I don't even know, man.
Okay.
And then we got Vadim Nemkov against Phil Davis and Rumble Johnson against Yoel Romero.
Yo.
Dude. Yeah, so that should be pretty G, man. I'll definitely be tuning in, man.
Dude, that gets me fired up.
Yeah, so that'll be all right. Starts in April, like I said. So, yeah, look out for that.
That's fucking sick, bro. That Rumble. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
That's going to be nasty.
Well, why fuck around? Let's get these guys on, and if you guys, they want to make money, so let's get who we want to fight, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they've been doing this kind of tournament shit, That's kind of like their thing, right? So
the thing is,
I'm down for that shit.
Dude, I love the tournament bracket. And the thing is, the UFC does it too. They just don't announce it. It's always like, okay, there's these 4 guys, and the winner's going to fight for the title or whatever it is. They just don't announce it like that. But it seems to me like they're setting up a Ryan Bader, Corey Anderson fight, which is a sick fight. And then they want either Rumble.
Corey Anderson, low key, fucking legit, man.
I know he is.
That guy. He's really good, dude.
And then I don't know.
He's my dark horse in the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Bader still wins it.
Bader was 2 division champ over there too, wasn't he?
Nasty.
He's not anymore though, or is he? I don't know.
I think he vacated 1 title or something.
Okay.
But he's nasty.
Yeah, that guy's been around since I've been watching this, bro.
Dude, and he's beat everybody.
Like, you want to talk about?
Was he ever in the UFC?
Constant, yeah, he was. You want to talk about evolving and like your second half of your career being better than your first half? Like, no one. You could argue no one's done it better than him.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna argue, well, he's not in the UFC, but fuck out of here. 2 division champ, still 2 division champ, man.
Dude, when you've got like, what is that? That's like six like real fucking names. Like, that's some real shit from Bellator. Like, that's really good fights.
Low key.
Cuban Missile Crisis versus Rumble Johnson? Are you kidding me, bro?
So yeah, super hyped about that.
When is April? You said, right?
April, and then I think the other one is in July.
Okay.
256 and 257.
I gotta remember to watch that. What else you got, bro?
NBA, we got All-Star shit coming up, so I thought we would talk about All-Star shit.
Sure. What do you want to talk?
So
do you care about All-Star shit?
I like the. I don't watch the game, but I like the other activities. Like, except for this year is going to be kind of weak, but the 3-point and the dunk, I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
But so the starters got announced a while ago. For the West, it was Doncic, Curry, LeBron, Jokic, and Kawhi. Mm-hmm. And the East is Irving, Beal, Durant, Giannis, and Embiid. Now,
is there anything you don't agree with?
Yeah. Okay. Now this is the thing.
I'm gonna pull up the starters, so I'm looking at them.
This was like when this was picked. This is a while ago now, Damian Lillard was playing unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Even Doncic came out and said that he should have been starting before him. And it was I kind of definitely agree. Dame, though, took it pretty good. This is what he had to say.
For me, like even before the NBA, I've always been the person to get, a shorter end of the stick. That's kind of like my story. I didn't get recruited I wasn't a top player in Oakland in middle school. All the way to my last year in high school, people in Oakland didn't know that I was, one of the better players. I didn't get recruited heavily. I, went to Weber State. Even when I was a sixth pick of the draft, nobody really, knew who I was. It was like, then I come in the NBA, and then, y'all know the story of like the first 5 years. I had 2 years in the NBA averaging, I think 27 one year, 26 another year. We made the playoff both years, and I was the guy that got the short end of the stick, and I think it's widely known that, I will be irritated and frustrated with it, and people be like, oh, he's crying, he's mad, but I didn't view it that way. That's just been the battle for me my whole careers.
So he took it good, obviously.
But who do you think should be, who in your opinion should Damian Lillard replace?
Luka, 100%. When this was picked, 1,000% it was Luka. And like I'll make my case here. Yeah, it's like, so I'll go through this year's stats in his career just to see. So he's made 25 game-tying or go-ahead shots in the final 20 seconds of fourth quarter and overtime. That's more than anyone else since he entered in the league in 2012, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Among those are the ones against the Rockets in the postseason and OKC. We remember those. He's averaging 7.7 points per game in the fourth quarter. That's fourth in the NBA. On 48% shooting from the field, 45 from three, and 92 from the charity stripe. So, clutch time in the NBA is defined as the last 5 minutes of a game in which the point differential is 5 or fewer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he leads the NBA in clutch time scoring with 5.5. Blazers are 12-3 in those clutch games.
Mm-hmm.
This year in the league, he's 30 points per game, third, 7.7 assists. He has 4 threes a game, that's second in the league. First in clutch points, like I said. Fourth in the West. And this is all without his second and third best player, CJ McCollum and Yusuf Nurkic. Mm-hmm. So, doing all that, Chris Haynes had Damian in his top 3 MVP when this was announced. I don't know if I had him quite that high. I have him in my top 5. And then all the reserves got announced, and LeBron and them picked the teams today.
Yep.
So LeBron ended up picking Giannis, Curry, Doncic, Jokic, Lillard, Simmons, Paul, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Sabonis, and Gobert. Another problem I had with this. Celtics shouldn't have 2 players on this team with their record being shitty.
I also think that Jason Tatum shouldn't be a starter. I
think Jaylen Brown deserves it. Jason Tatum shouldn't be. I don't think he should be on the team.
I think fucking James Harden should be the starter for sure. I know he just traded. He's playing that good, bro. You have to give it to him.
But when the players were announced a while ago, I mean, okay, there's a case, but I don't think there's much of a case for him. Not over the guys at the time when this was announced, right, for starters. I know reserves were announced, I think, last week.
Yeah.
So
and Booker originally got snubbed from the reserves, which is a felony and a half.
But who does Booker take out? This is if you're gonna put him in, you gotta take somebody out. Now, who are you gonna take out?
Booker's coming out of the West, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull up all the reserves.
You're not taking Lillard out. You're not taking Donovan Mitchell out. He's first in the league.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is the difference maker in Phoenix. Paul George is outstanding this year. So, like, who do you really take? You're not taking out Zion.
No. Gobert?
Yeah, but I think they need a certain amount of forwards and centers and shit, right? So,
But that's
but Gobert even like his numbers are fucking ungodly this year.
not fucking Devin Booker though, bro. I think Devin Booker is one of the most consistently like
agreed.
underrated players
like,
in the NBA.
It's like saying, "Oh, Mike Conley hasn't made it," but Mike Conley, you're playing behind Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, like all these G's. Like that's why you didn't make it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear you. Like, yeah, he's a great player. A lot of people bitching about Trae Young not being picked. Tobias Harris and low key DeMar DeRozan. San Antonio's having a crazy year. No one thought they would be this good. Bam wasn't picked. A lot of people's made a case for Bam.
See, I'd take Bam over Gobert.
Yeah, there's an argument to be had. Sure.
Do you think Julius Randle is deserving of it?
Fuck yeah. What he's
I haven't watched one Knicks game.
The Knicks have their first winning month in like 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah,
what him and RJ Barrett are doing this year, and Tibbs. Yeah, fucking right. Julius Randle deserves it.
Dude, I seen
Sabonis deserves it too.
They're fucking one game over 500, and all their fans are losing their absolute
mind.
Dude,
they deserve
it's
it.
So
though.
funny.
Like, you gotta watch them though. Like they definitely deserve it. Vucevic, he deserves it. Zach LaVine's first All-Star.
Yep.
He's playing lights out.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown, his first. Randall, like, it's his first. Zion's first.
Zion
so I like seeing the
shit.
young guys making their first All-Star. And I think, these guys are deserving. Like, a lot of people might clown Randall, but then I think those guys don't really watch basketball. Because if you were to watch him, he's very deserving for sure.
Okay.
So
I haven't watched one Knicks game, so.
Another thing about Trae Young. So, with the starters, the fan have 50% of voting power, right?
Yep.
And the reserves are the coaches, right?
Yep.
So, Trae finished 11th in player voting and 6th in media and fan vote. So, in the player vote, he only received 20 votes from players. So, pretty low. So, it goes to show you what other players think of his game.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, yeah, he's he is Flash, but I think he's going to be Flash on a losing team. So to me, it's like Giannis. You put up fucking sick numbers in the regular season, but, and I'm not trying to dog Trae. Trae's exciting, but I don't see it correlating on a great team. And, like, even now, look at him and John Collins not getting along. He called them out on basically it's to play on that team, you have to understand that Trae has the ball and he just stands there and dribbles the ball and everyone's just standing there. It's kind of like a fucked up offense to play in. And they got no defense. I said that from the beginning, but I don't know. It's like he's like the worst defender, I think, in the league too. But I mean, he's one of the best offensive players. So, the guy will put up 40 and 10, no problem, right?
Mm-hmm. He's very Steph Curry.
He don't disrespect.
I'm
Steph.
not saying, but I'm saying in the sense that he's only offense.
No, Steph's D this year, great this year, bro. He's been playing unreal.
Really?
Fuck yeah, bro. He's in the MVP conversation now because the team's not that good. Realistically,
I know he's been putting up numbers.
Huh?
I know he's been putting up numbers, but his defense is actually good because he's a
defense
liability.
Been playing fucking really good, bro.
Really?
You want to talk about liability? That's Trae Young. Steph Curry is not a liability.
Okay.
No way.
Because that's a real different change from, like, in terms of history. Because he's always been a defensive liability.
I watch a lot of Golden State games. They're on almost every night. He's definitely not a liability. Okay.
Shout out Steph Curry then.
MVP talk. Who's in your MVP picks?
It sounds cornball to say, but I think with AD being out and all this stuff, you kind of got to go LeBron.
I have Embiid number one.
That's the thing. So this is arguments are obviously LeBron and Embiid are 1 and 2 for me at least.
I got LeBron second on my list.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. This year, sorry to cut you off. This year though, which is crazy, this shit changes every week. It's so wide open this year. Mm-hmm. There's not really one guy that really been pulling away. Okay, I will say Embiid. Last night, that fucking 3-pointer he hit on the Jazz.
Dude.
Unreal degree of difficulty. They win in overtime. He puts up 40 and 19. He has 5 games with 40 and 10. The rest of the NBA has 4.
That's wild.
His mid-range game this year, crazy.
This is
55%, effective field goal, shooting 41% from three. Go on, so.
This is what everyone hoped that Embiid could be. He's need to get his shit together, and he appears to have gotten his shit together.
They are the number 1 seed in the East, obviously. He's 30-11, 3 assists. He's been playing lights out. It's been unreal. Player efficiency of 31.5, so.
Do you think that they could beat the Nets in a 7-game series?
No, they don't have the consistent scoring. Embiid will probably average 40 that series, but they ain't going to win. I think over time, they don't have enough consistent scoring. That's their problem.
Yeah, it's tough.
LeBron, I got LeBron too. 25, 8, 8. He's definitely slowing down.
Oh, for sure he is.
This month, he's only shooting, I looked it up, first 13 games of February, shooting 25% from three.
That's a tough
He
beat.
logs crazy amount of minutes for someone who's been playing this long.
Mm-hmm.
So he logged, I looked it up, 34 minutes in January, 37 minutes in February. So he has more minutes than these following 20-year-olds in the league. He plays more minutes than Zion, Trey, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Bam, De'Aaron Fox, and Ben Simmons.
That's wild.
So
that Donovan Mitchell stat especially is fucking wild.
And like I said, they've been struggling a little bit. They got Schroeder back now. And they whooped the Warriors on the weekend and the Blazers before that. But the other day, what was I watching there? The Suns. Mm-hmm. Devin Booker got kicked out. They still whooped them. So, I mean, it's a different story when AD comes back. So, and like at this, like you got Lillard, you got Steph Curry. Doncic is playing out of his mind. Doncic, his last...
He was everyone's preseason pick for MVP.
Yeah. So Mavs are 2 in their last 8-2 in the last 10. Doncic is 31 points, 7.5 rebounds, 8 assists, 52% field goal, and this is a killer, 46.5 from 3.
That's wild.
So he's playing unreal. That guy's like crazy to watch. Watching Zion now too, but they've totally changed the offense.
This is what I wanted to bring up. Zion is playing at like the level everyone thought he was going to play at.
They just changed the offense last month though. That's why finally.
He is like bullying grown men. Like it is so hilarious to watch
Zion.
him. It's so funny.
Everything runs through him, which it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that pisses me off, what was it the other day? I can't remember what team they were playing, but he got like no shots in the fourth quarter, which I don't understand. That's your best player, Brandon Ingram, fucking chucking up shots. And like,
he fell off this year, huh?
He's a good player, but you're not. Zion's like, that guy gets the ball all the time. Mm-hmm. If I'm New Orleans, like you don't give the ball.
BI like fell off a cliff. It seems like last year he was playing like unbelievably,
but again, he's not getting the ball much now. It's like they're letting Zion do everything. It's Zion. It's like what Russell Westbrook did with Houston last year. After when he was playing good, it was everyone standing around the 3-point line. And it was Russ or James, clear out, drive to the hoop. This is exactly what they're doing with Zion. And it's so fucking fun to watch, dude. And he's answering the bell. The guy's stats, I think he's shooting like 64%.
Something unbelievable.
Yeah, the efficiency out of that guy's crazy. And he looks like Duke Zion again. In the beginning of the year, he didn't look like Duke Zion. Now he's back to looking like it. I wish he would grab more rebounds, though. Someone with those kind of hops. You should definitely be grabbing more rebounds. But
I'm okay. I think he's still a little bit tentative in terms of not wanting to hurt himself again. I think coming into the league and with the injury issues that he did, I think he and his coaches are very much like, obviously play, but like don't kill yourself going for rebounds. Which, in my opinion, like longevity wise, is smart.
I've seen those dunks that he's pulling off pre-games. If you can do those dunks, you can fucking grab rebounds.
It's pretty unbelievable the shit he can do. Then the crazy thing for me is like, you look at him and how dominant he is down low and one-on-one with people, but the man has so much touch and finishing ability at the rim. It's crazy.
The other night against Gobert's the Stifle Tower. This guy's fucking huge. And Zion was bullying this guy. Even like you could see Gobert being frustrated, wanting these fouls. And it's just like, yo, Zion's such a big fucking kid, dude. Like, so another guy I want to talk about too on this list, Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
So he leads the team in points, assists, rebounds, and steals. And for those who don't know, this guy's a center. So these are some of his games over his last 12.
Let me hear it.
50 points, 12 assists, 61% field goal. Another game, 47 points,
Crazy.
12 boards, 65%. Another game, 43 points, 5 rebounds, 70% field goal. And 41 points, 5 assists, 53% field goal. This guy's like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
He's on pace to become the first NBA player to average 25, 10, and 8 on 55% shooting.
Yeah,
and like again, with him and Curry, their records aren't the greatest. We know these awards go to the best player, usually on the best record, but it's so wide open this year, and like every week is different. I swear, you could throw James Harden in here, obviously. Kawhi, he's in like the next tier below, I would say. But with these guys, same thing, rearing their ugly head. So we talked about clutch time with Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
As a team, the Clippers are 7-9 in such instances, okay? They're averaging 6 points per game, second worst in the NBA, and they only shoot 35%, also second worst. So with Kawhi and George, you think you got two guys that you could literally just go through anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So PG in clutch time, averaging 1.1 points on 25% shooting.
Yeah, it's tough go.
His last two fourth quarters before tonight's game. 3 of 19, 7 points, 1 for 11, 3-pointers.
3 of 19.
Kawhi, he's like, oh, Kawhi's better. Nah, he's averaging 2.2 points in these situations on 28% shooting.
What do you think's going on there?
It's the same thing as last year. It's like you give the ball to either PG or Kawhi. You take a shot, I'll take a shot. You take a shot, I'll take a shot. And everybody's missing.
Yeah, but why do you think that is? Like, Kawhi's Kawhi, so like, why
Their
do you think
offense
they're so
isn't like
shit?
their offense is looking exactly like last year's offense. It's not like free flowing as it was in the beginning of the year. Don't know why. They got Ty Lue there, but it just always seems at the end of the game, that's how they always end the game. They have nobody to initiate the offense. Patrick Beverley ain't it. This is why you're hearing Kyle Lowry's name being involved. They need a true point guard. They got exposed last year, and they did nothing to fix it.
Yo, low key, Kyle Lowry would fit onto that team beautifully.
Well, that's what the case.
Like, just thinking about
Kyle
it.
Lowry to Miami, to Clippers or Philly. Those are the rumors.
Him on Philly would be nasty.
Well, going home, right?
And would be fucking nasty. Him being able to be like a true third option on any team and just do Kyle Lowry shit would be so dangerous.
So Clippers as a team in the clutch, the 30th in defensive rating, 30th in net rating, 30th in assists. There you go. That's no ball movement. 29th in field goal percentage, 27th in field goal percentage allowed, 28th in rebounds, and 20th in win percentage.
That's tough beat.
So same old with those guys, it seems, right? Mm-hmm. And like beginning of the year, they were playing fucking fantastic, but it's same old rearing their ugly head. So
no faith, bro. What else you want to talk
about? What are you at?
We're at an hour 10.
Okay, I got a couple of things and we can wrap it up.
Yeah, go for it.
So, you know that saying, stick to what you know, right?
Yep.
That saying, right? ESPN. Really good at sports, right?
Apparently.
We all heard about them, right?
Once or twice.
So, beginning of March rolls around. They put up on their social media March Madness by Future, right? Dope ass song, obviously.
Yep.
In doing so, they put a picture of 2 Chainz up.
That's like the most white.
And it's like,
that's
the
most
God.
White executive shit I have ever heard
ESPN,
in my life.
you reaching, son.
That's
this is why
hilarious.
you do not get involved with rap music, ESPN.
That's so funny.
And like the comments on people, they were like, your social media run by a 30-year-old white woman? Like, what are you guys doing?
So funny, dude.
You know what I'm saying? So, they got obviously fucking razzed. It was only up for like 15 minutes, but you know how people are, right?
Dude, that was like at the Mike Tyson fight when Wiz Khalifa came out. I was at a bar with a bunch of old white people. Everyone's like, yo, it's Snoop Dogg when he's coming out.
Ah, no way, really? Yeah?
Yeah, dude. It was so funny.
Okay, one last thing here. The Laker game against Portland, we talked about, I think it was on Friday there.
Yeah.
Richard Jefferson's one of the commentators. And they're talking about Dame Dollar, his nickname. And it's actually quite funny what they say.
But Dane Dollar can get going, and there's nothing you can do about it. I think it's Dollar, like A, no R, as traveling is called there. Yeah, always stick with the A. You don't want to use that R.
That's hilarious.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Like, that's a life lesson
Who
right
is that
there.
commentating?
Richard Jefferson.
That's awesome.
But always the A, never the ER, people.
That's so funny, dude.
All right, let's wrap this shit up then.
All right, everybody. Normally we do 2 episodes a week, one Wednesday, one Friday. Y'all only got one because I was sick as fuck. Highly Unlikely Pod on everything, whatever you're listening to us on. Please like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. It really helps us out. We'll see you guys next week on Wednesday.
Peace.